I look fucked up because of this whole thing. So let me go ahead and give y'all a summary of what this motherfucker does and how this curse works. This motherfucker has already fucked me up, where he's taken a lot of my memories. A lot of them from my childhood, babyhood, and all that. And he's in the process of trying to send me to his hell realm. With that being said, what this motherfucker does is he colluded with entities coming from Mars called E and Z. E is the motherfucker that he uses to sick on people with to go and steal your blessings and your spiritual powers and abilities. From what I understand, he lives in a multi-million-dollar mansion in Malibu, as well as in Beverly Hills, and he has a apartment where he does his dirty work in the astral plane, as well as in the physical. He has a husky. He also has a golden retriever. I know a lot about this motherfucker. That's why he took out a lot of my spirit guides, because them motherfuckers be knowing shit. They smart. But I didn't learn that through them. I learned it through myself by doing the work, detective work, and all that shit. Now, with that being said, the way this motherfucker works is he tries to compromise you by having E go into your consciousness, and then usually through the subconscious area right here. It's right here. And then importing his entity attachments, which are usually the intranquil spirits of your child higher selves, in you. He'll have roach attachments that usually look like clouds, or even like the higher self themselves, like he got in the case of me. He has one of my poor higher selves acting as a roach attachment for him. They install them into your consciousness so that you start hearing voices. They can cajole you. They can fuck with you, fuck with your head, fuck your consciousness up, fuck all of that up. Then from there, what happens is they start to steal parts of your memories, pieces of your memories, your blessings, all that shit. You know, your money. They put that in parts of the put that in parts of the astral plane. Not only that, what he'll do is, like he did in the case of me, he'll use those astral parasites and use E usually, because he's the smart one. That's why they're so sentient and conscious, to take over your spiritual DNA. They go and fuck with that top of your head right here. And then from there, become your higher self, like he had in the case of this motherfucker here called Guru at one point. My little brother, to save me in the astral plane, took an oath to become Guru and replace him. And both his whole soul, as well as I think a good piece of his consciousness, got placed in hell realms. I think in my body, as well as his. I'm not really sure as to how that worked. Anyways, with that being said, because he was trying to protect me as much as possible. So with that being said, from there, what you do is, from there, what he does is, Once he takes over your consciousness, he starts to this shit's like, it's very complicated. They start to come in and maraud. I'm trying to think, but over time, here's another thing. They use this. They put entity attachments in the back of your subconsciousness that's attached to you like that, like a keyboard where they type your story and stuff and all that, to basically tell your story and write your story and bring you bad luck. It's very complex. It's highly computerized, astral type shit. That's what Barbara Reina did with me. And that's how they're able to place their soul consciousness as well as their astral selves, have them be able to come and intrude in and out of your consciousness. You know, go back and forth. Like I say, it's a very complicated mechanism that these motherfuckers use. They'll usually... I don't even want to get into some of the other stuff that they do, but they start incorporating the hell realms in the wider part of your consciousness so that you can compromise yourself. They'll have connectors connecting your consciousness to it, so you fuck it up, you fuck yourself up. It's very, very complex. I came close to that on Friday night when this motherfucker had his E come and start attacking me. With that being said, the key to defeating this curse is to get inside his consciousness. If you're somebody who is very, very sensitive, if you're an empath, you can easily do that. Get into his consciousness, fuck it up. Now, I'm going to warn you about something. That E that he uses is very, very clever and smart. Highly clever and smart. They'll go shapeshift, manipulate things that you see in the astral plane so you can't tell exactly what the fuck is going on, who is who and what is what. Be very, very careful of that. It's like, it's highly computerized and highly technical. You know, you got to make sure that you don't step on the wrong fucking thing and fuck everything up. That's how they're able to place their viruses, which is what they really are, their roach attachments in you. They're trying to get me to forget a whole lot of other stuff. But anyways, with that being said, that's why in large part, my spiritual protection got highly compromised. So from there, what you want to do is another thing that they do is that once they highly compromise you, that's why you have to play checkers, not chess with these motherfucking things. They start stealing your timelines. When my timelines got taken, I felt like I was about to die and fall out of my body. I swear that was the scariest fucking thing, because your timelines, that's your life. Now I'm going to tell you how to defeat him again. Get inside his consciousness. Empaths can easily do that. Witches can easily do that. He's going to try to build all sorts of barriers and shit to block you. With that being said, when the motherfucker is nearing the cusp of ending the curse on you so that he can get your soul and get your body so that you can live in his hell realms. He was about to place me in his child self's hell realm in his head, his wider head. He an ugly motherfucker too. He looked like Gumby in the fucking face. I saw him. He used to be in he used to want to be in a heavy metal band, but now he's a lawyer out there in Beverly Hills who does like, underhanded, underground shit that he ain't got no business doing. He writes contracts for very, very shady people. With that being said, the key, another thing too, is he likes to dress like a cholo. That was another thing I found out about him. Even though he's very, very wealthy, very, very wealthy, and has a lot of contempt for poor people. With that being said, the key to defeating this curse is to go get into his consciousness. That's number one. Number two, go into the subconsciousness of him. It's another thing to do, because that's where his E is. Back of his neck, right here. When he tries to attack you, usually you'll place it right here, right here, right here, right there. That's what he did with me. And then place a prior victim like Rosie right here. It's a very complicated mechanism. I'm gonna tell you something else. This nigga gets paid 20 grand, 20 million and all that shit to shit on people in the astral realm and to steal their blessings and to kill people. Him and Barbara Reina both get paid a lot of fucking money. I saw how Barbara Reina looks in the astral realm one night. She looks a lot like this woman right here. With that being said, get into their consciousness, like I did, steal their shit back. From what I understand, she has a blue-white energy signature. David Reina's is red, a dark, dark, dark red. Another way to defeat them is to steal their timelines. These are motherfuckers who have been successful because nobody figured them out. I did. And they're going to keep on sending their motherfucking bullshit. I just smelled a balloon. Whenever you smell a balloon, when you're dealing with their curse, that means happy birthday. And happy birthday for them means that you're about to die and be sent to one of their hell realms for them to be able to energy drain off of you, feed off of you for the rest of your afterlife. You know, that shit was scary. I'm not going to lie. When I came close to death that night, it got to the point where I even heard him come through my window saying, "Hey, bitch." Just like that. That's that guru motherfucker that used to be flying around me back in the day. When he's getting... Let me try... Okay. Another thing about this curse, I'm going to mention this right now. He works with an entity called Palinumbre, whom he feeds. That motherfucker's hell realm is terrible. From what the roaches told me again, they claim that was my dad in the future. That's what's going to become of him in the afterlife. If I don't take care of this curse, if I don't fight this shit off. I saw him being attached and plugged to. That's why they use him in every curse with all their victims. I saw him being attached and plugged to the circuit board, as I've seen it, for his hell realm on Mars, which they done moved, I think. I think it's still there. I'm not really 100% certain, but I think they might have moved it. But I know his hell realms are on his victims' heads as well as his head. That's where he has all his shit. With that being said, that explains why with that curse with Rosie, I don't think that's no fucking Zendaya. I don't know 100%, but I highly doubt that. I think these are entities that are on their own. I kept hearing about her throughout the curse, so I'm not gonna lie. Hey man, how you doing? Yeah, so anyways, with that being said, they dispatched them. So with that being said, they dispatched Palette Numbre to have all them different roach attachments in him, like Google 5 and all that shit. I saw him attached, I think to a part of my head, where him and that Barbara entity who looks like this. They also will have at some point your higher selves looking like that so that they can fuck up your shit and be able to invade you easily. When you end up in this hell realm, you can never escape. Before this curse started, I remember being chased in my consciousness in the so-called dream by Palette Numbre. Once you get into him, he swallows you and has you in a vat of acid where you squirm, and where, like, the roach attachments he works with, Michael Terrence works with, Barbara Reina works with, they like to control people's consciousnesses. They're very special E's. There's different E and Z's, all right? And I think everybody has them. I'm not 100% certain. They're not all bad. These motherfuckers, when they were adults, made a deal with these motherfuckers. With that being said, the key to defeating this curse is, it's not a normal curse. You have to have a strong consciousness as a defense mechanism. Second thing is, get into their consciousness, which is not that hard to do. Empaths, witches, people like that can easily do that. They like to shatter people's consciousnesses so you can't fuck with them. Mine's been fucked up for much of my life. I hate to say it. It's always been a little, it's not perfect. So I can rock with it. It ain't shit to me. That's why it's funny. At the start of this curse, I mentioned that the motherfuckers might have multiple personality disorder of some type, or not schizophrenia, but something else. Another thing these motherfuckers will do is they'll commandeer the consciousnesses of your ancestors and your family in the greater part of your consciousness, like he's done to my father. He's placed some of his hell realms in my father's consciousness, not my dad's consciousness, but my dad's consciousness operating in my greater awareness and consciousness, so that he can fuck you up and fuck him up simultaneously, and energy siphon off of you. But the most cruel thing is when he has his higher selves acting as your higher selves and using them to betray you and siphon off. Like I said, this is not a normal curse. It's a very complex curse. With that being said, I'm trying to think of other ways to fuck these motherfuckers up, because this shit gotta fucking end. Oh yeah, the big one. This shit's like the Matrix. They put plugs. They have entity attachments of themselves plugged into you. With that being said, unplug that shit. I unplugged it one night. One of my spirit guides unplugged Barbara Reina shit one day. Them bitches got fucking viciously, I mean, they got vicious. They like fucking roaches, like the fucking animals and shit, fucking vultures. Them niggas never want to fucking stop. Unplug their ass. Find out where they are in the astral realm physically. and unplug their ass. That's how you do it. You unplug them niggas in the motherfucking matrix. That's how you take that cracker ass bitch, that wetback ass motherfucker, that demon seed of fucking E. Take them little wetback ass kids out to them little half wetback, half cracker ass kids. And that's how you get rid of that other fucking, they call them Pachinko Casino. Michael or Terrence, unplug them from the matrix, cut their shit off, cut their plug off, cut all that shit off. Cut it off. Keep doing it. That's how we gonna fuck that nigga up, because he's done fucked up a whole lot of fucking people, and I don't like that shit. Everybody who's been following me for years know I'm a fucking cop watch and I'm a true teller. And they know I don't hold my motherfucking tongue when it comes down to shit. They've been trying to get me to hold off on putting this video for a couple of fucking days now, but I gotta do it. I don't like people going around the motherfucking matrix. I mean, the astral realm, stealing people's shit. Cut their shit off, unplug them. Unplug David Reina, unplug Barbara Reina, unplug Michael O'Terrence. Because once them niggas are unplugged, they can't fuck up anybody. Keep unplugging them. Keep unplugging them. That little bullshit gonna try to fucking conceal them and all that in the astral realm. Keep unplugging them. Just unplug them. Find a plug and poof. That's one thing this curse taught me to do. Taught me everybody plugged every fucking thing. Unplug their ass. Unplug them. Right now they're trying to use Hekate's shit, her spiritual abilities and powers that I think they oughta stole from or whatever, to try to fuck things up for other people. Be very careful of that. Just unplug their ass. Like I said, at the start of this curse, the deeper and deeper I've done fallen into this rabbit hole within me. I see it's not an illusion, but it's some complicated ass shit. Unplug them. Unplug them from the matrix. And if you have to, go after the E and Z. Hey, sir, how you doing? Go after them motherfuckers. They're gonna try to confuse you and get you to go after other people's E and Zs. Not all E and Zs are bad. Not all pallet numbers are bad. I think that's what's used to, hey, how you doing? Store your memories. Everybody's got one. But this one is super cognizant, super, look, that's all fun. Look, I see a fucking roach. That being said, unplug them. Unplug them. Just unplug them. Keep on unplugging them. They're going to get tired of not existing at some point. You have to starve the motherfuckers so that you can be able to live. And that's the chief way to do